Well, I think it's an exciting day today, and thank you all for coming. There's a rocket launch going on later today. I have been in Florida to see a rocket launch for a long. Oh, tomorrow.
Yep.
Tomorrow at I think 2:40 in the afternoon. So I hope that we can take a break and see this rocket.
We'll have to plan that.
I hope it's headed in the right direction and it'll get us closer to the moon. I think it's some big satellite that they're putting up. The National Space Society, of which I'm a member, has a vision of people creating an economy in space and settling space. So we're very much a forward-looking institution. One of our co-founders was Wernher von Braun, and he started the National Space Institute, which then combined with another organization to form the National Space Society. So we're interested in seeing how we can move our economy from where it is right now out into this lunar space. And of course, we have a space economy today that's pretty substantial. We have a couple $100 billion, maybe more a year, that are involved in our economy, not only on the surface of the Earth, but in low Earth orbit and middle Earth orbit and geostationary Earth orbit, but that's about where the economy stops. So pushing it out to the boundary of the moon is the next major step. And so that's one of the things that this workshop is involved in, how we do that, how we do it cost efficiently. The times are challenging, but sometimes that's when you do your best, when you have to. And we've had an economic collapse, we've had a lot of economic challenges, and so we're forced to be creative. And that's one of the things that I think that if we're looking at lunar CubeSats, we're learning how to be more efficient, how to do more with less, how to make the price point of doing business in space more broadly accessible. So that's what this workshop is about. It's not only science, but science is the handmaiden of the commercial on-ramp to space. Those of you who are lunatics and know, or the lunar community, NASA has a Lunar Exploration Analysis Group. And so they talk about the commercial on-ramp. But I think we're going to learn much more about how we can actually do that, the commercial ideas, and how these things are going to work synergistically to get us out there. So those are some of the challenges that we faced. And Bonnie mentioned the International Lunar Geophysical Year. Back in 1957-58, at the height of the Cold War, the International Union of Geodesy and Geophysics said, well, why don't we try and live on the same planet all together and work together and study our planet that we all share. And so 60 years later, coming up in 2017, it makes sense, I think, to take a look at the whole moon. And the whole community of nations has a challenge. I think we can repeat what was a very successful venture back then. That's what started the space age. And the Soviet Union, now deceased, contributed Sputnik 1 as part of their national enterprise during the International Geophysical Year. So the United States, we had James Van Allen discovering the Van Allen radiation belts, and we also set up a permanent base right at the geographic South Pole. But there were 60 nations that participated in that enterprise. And the moon is such an expensive and difficult place to get to that only the Soviet Union and the United States could do it, and it was so expensive that we didn't stay there. Harrison Smith said it cost me about $1 million a minute to walk around on the surface of the moon. And when he was a senator, he calculated the total number of minutes and the total cost. So the simple reason we're not back, it was just too expensive to stay at the moon. So these are some of the challenges and the heritage that we have, and the excitement of being able to do more with less and to broaden this enterprise. So I think I've probably said enough in introduction, but that's what our workshop is about, and so we encourage you to contribute your ideas as well as learn the scientific things. So thank you very much.